In this video, we will discuss how to identify the activities on your farm that can hold potential biological risks, and how to evaluate your farming operations for solutions to any potential produce contamination. We will focus on performing on-farm assessments in 4 distinct high-risk areas: water, soil amendments, handling practices, and traceability. In each of these 4 areas, we will define various farming practices, identify potential problems or risks, explore ways of fixing problems to reduce risk, help guide you in instructing your employees and family members on standard operating procedures, and discuss the importance of good record keeping. Water-related tasks can all be associated with contamination events. Water can act as a vehicle for spreading pathogens and can cause cross-contamination as bacteria and parasites can reproduce and thrive in unclean water. Water is one of the biggest carriers of foodborne illnesses, but it is also one of the most helpful tools in preventing it. Common water-related farming practices that can pose a risk to your produce include irrigation, mixing of pesticides, and the rinsing of produce. Possible problems in an irrigation system can include broken pipes, animals in a water source, flooding, and runoff. To reduce the risk of water-related contamination, inspect irrigation pipes before use. Fence animals out of ponds and streams. Apply manure properly to reduce the chance of runoff. Use municipal or well water when possible. Always use potable or drinking water for post-harvest rinsing. And lastly, test your water regularly. Be sure to keep records of the following information: water tests, water treatments, filtration, and chlorination, including the dates and procedures you followed. Storms or flooding that could affect water quality of open sources, and pesticide spray dates. Amendments that are added to the soil to provide plants with nutrients and improve soil biology should also be assessed for potential risk, as pathogens can survive in the soil and may come in contact with edible portions of the plant at various stages of growth and harvest. We will discuss the 3 most common contamination risks from soil amendments. Raw manure can contain pathogens which can contaminate your produce, so manure should be composted properly before use. Apply manure at least 120 days before harvest, and make sure that it is well incorporated into the soil in order to prevent runoff which can contaminate your water system. Compost should be purchased from a certified vendor that can provide detailed records of temperature and turning. If you compost yourself, ensure the temperature of all materials reaches at least 131 to 170 degrees Fahrenheit and has met all the criteria for complete pathogen destruction. Clean your equipment regularly to prevent bacteria or contaminated soil from other fields from posing a risk to your crops. Detailed records should be kept on dates of manure application, temperature, turning schedule, and any other tests or procedures of composted material from you or a certified vendor. When humans and surfaces come in contact with produce, a risk of foodborne pathogens and contamination is possible, so careful attention should be paid to these activities. Because humans are so intimately involved in the growing, harvesting, and packaging of produce, the chances of cross-contamination are high. The use of good handling, harvesting, and hygienic practices offers a significant control point for preventing contamination. When hand harvesting, potential contamination risks include dirty hands, the transfer of germs from bodily fluids, dirty hand tools, and dirty bins. Hand washing is very important. Write a hand washing standard operating procedure and train workers and family members on the hand washing technique. Always have soap, clean water, and single-use towels available to workers near the field and packaging facilities. Clean and disinfect hand tools regularly. Clean bins often or use disposable liners. Develop a pre-harvest checklist which includes information on proper hygiene, inspections, sanitation of tools, containers, and facilities, as well as documentation. Traceability refers to the steps taken to track produce from seed to sale and back again. It's an essential part of the food safety program because it is a means through which the source of illness outbreaks can be determined. It can also lessen the impact of foodborne outbreak by helping investigators catch it early and react swiftly. The following is a simple method that can be implemented to create an effective trace system. To start, you should have a farm map, complete with production fields identified with names or codes, a list of crops grown on your farm, a clipboard or notebook for documenting harvest dates, who is harvesting, and to hold additional records and operating procedures, a labeling system for packaged produce, such as a handheld price gun, stickers, or homemade tags. Documenting and implementing good agricultural practices can help us to access more markets for our produce, as well as increase consumer confidence. For more information, contact your local agricultural extension educator or visit producesafety.osu.edu. For additional resources to help you write your own food safety plan, visit onfarmfoodsafety.org.